Did you ask your teammates not to tear your shirt? Why was that?
I don't know. I'm too shy. Last time they did that, I got in trouble with my wife.
What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another Major League Baseball recap. We have a lot to talk about today, and the first thing is we did it. As a community, we called out ESPN. They talked about it today, and also I told you guys that they removed MLB from the main tab of ESPN. I'm not sure it's because they saw our video or because spring training is about to start, but MLB is officially on the main tab. So let's go ahead and give this video a like to celebrate. They're going to respect MLB if it's the last thing that we do as a community. So we can all band together. They're listening. We have so much to talk about today. Gerrit Cole, his first pitching performance for the Yankees. Well, it doesn't really mean much because it's just a simulated bullpen session. Then you have Gary Sanchez calling out Jose Altuve, and then also Trevor Bauer. You guys have probably seen the video. He went off on the commissioner. He's probably going to get fined, so if you guys missed that video, stay tuned. We're going to show a few clips, but without further ado, it's time to start talking baseball. Remember, guys, we're trying to get to 200,000 subscribers before opening day, so I'll go ahead and put how many subs we're at right now because we are going to get there. You guys have been crushing it, but the first story from today, again, like I mentioned before, Gerrit Cole is having his first bullpen session as a Yankee, so it's just kind of surreal to see him without the beard in a Yankee uniform because I would say that the Boston Red Sox and Yankees rivalry is no longer as big as the Yankees versus the Astros rivalry. And I do have to point out something. This is so sad to see, and we need to stop this right now before it gets too serious. The Yankees are already using cameras behind Gerrit Cole. That's a joke. Okay, don't take that serious. But in all seriousness, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below, do you think that Gerrit Cole is going to have a Cy Young season, or do you think that he is going to regress? Because last season, the dude came away with 300 plus strikeouts, and if you're wondering why I'm wearing a glove, it's just because I'm so excited for spring training to be back that, you know, I want to go play catch, but I don't have anyone to throw to. It's kind of sad. We're going to go ahead and stick with the Yankees because Gary Sanchez was asked a question about Jose Altuve. I would have to say it was probably within the first 5 minutes of him arriving at the spring training complex in Florida. A reporter, or I don't know who asked this question, but I give them props because it was a perfect question and they got the perfect response from Gary Sanchez. They asked him about the Jose Altuve situation where he hit a walk-off home run against Aroldis Chapman and then he held his shirt together. So if you guys don't remember what I'm talking about, let's go ahead and roll that clip right now. So essentially what Jose Altuve was doing was he was holding his jersey together because he says that his wife does not like him being shirtless on camera. I don't know if that's actually true.
You asked the teammates not to tear your shirt. Why?
What's that?
Did you ask your teammates not to tear your shirt? Why was that?
I don't know. I'm too shy. Last time they did that, I got in trouble with my wife.
I'm not sure if it's because that's her preference or if it's something with their religion. I don't know what was really going on behind the scenes, but that was the story that Jose Altuve said. He said he would get in trouble from his family and his wife if he did not keep his jersey on. So that was Jose Altuve's perspective, and then the entire baseball world said, hey, there might have been something more going on. I think that there was a buzzer underneath his jersey. Major League Baseball and Robert Manfred have come out and said that they did a thorough investigation and they did not find any buzzers. We have AJ Hinch, Jose Altuve, Alex Bregman all coming out and saying we did not use buzzers, and AJ Hinch said this after he was fired by the team that pretty much snitched on him. So I would say if he had any personal vendetta against that team, he would say that yes, we use buzzers, but he said that they didn't. So at this point, I know Gary Sanchez is an expert troll, that if he hit a walk-off home run, especially to give his team a ticket to the World Series, he would let his teammates rip his pants off. Now that might sound weird to say, you might have to pause for a second to think about what he just said, but he really is just calling out Jose Altuve. He's alluding to the fact that because he was holding his jersey together, he was hiding something, as opposed to what Jose Altuve said, that he was more or less trying to respect his family and wife. What do you guys think? It's a very sticky situation. There's two different sides. There's not really a middle ground. You're either on the side of baseball and the Yankees, or you're on the side of the Astros and respecting Jose Altuve's wife's wishes. So yeah, A few weeks ago, when the Astros punishment first hit the baseball world, the owner, Jim Crane, came out and said that the Astros players were going to apologize at spring training. What is now here? Spring training. So I'm wondering if there's going to be any other players aside from Dallas Keuchel, AJ Hinch, Marwin Gonzalez, Charlie Morton. So those are all former Astros. I'm wondering if any current Astros are going to come out and say, like, my bad, we cheated. It's something that is never going to happen again. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, because I know Astros fans have to be so sick sick and tired of hearing about their cheating ways. If the Astros win the 2020 World Series, I will refrain from talking about them as much because it's really easy to talk about them because there's new stories every single day. But if the Astros win 100 plus games, playoff push, maybe even make the World Series, I think they might get a little bit of forgiveness, but maybe that's just because I'm an optimist and I do like Jose Altuve, I do like Alex Bregman. They need to win 105 games and the World Series for them to be at least liked again in a small way, because right now I would say about 10% of the league enjoys the Astros at this moment. And speaking of the Astros, we have some more breaking news. Carlos Beltran, the former Astros player and also former Mets manager, who wasn't really a manager because he never managed a game. Reason being is because he stepped down as the Mets head of office. He wanted to go ahead and take ownership of what he did in Houston. He said that he participated, he allowed it, and that he wanted to be a better man and leader before he was in charge of an entire organization. Now it's being reported that he was the godfather and the kingpin of this entire sign-stealing scandal. Pretty much what happened is that the article interviewed 6 players from the Astros, and the only reason why they gave the interviews is because they were allowed to stay anonymous. That really sucks. Put your face to it if you're going to throw a guy under the bus. Yes, it's good that we have all of the little details about how the cheating went down and who was the head of it, but also you're throwing your boy under the bus for, I mean, I don't really know what to make about that. I would say put your face to it, but then again, I'm just a YouTuber yelling about baseball in his room. But what they said is that Carlos Beltran, again, was the godfather of all of this. He came from the Yankees, and he said that your system is outdated. So I don't know if that means that the Yankees had a really good cheating system that he learned in New York, and then he went to the Astros and said, yeah, your cheating system is outdated. So I'm not sure if those two things go hand in hand. I might be overthinking at this point, but Carlos Beltran, he came up with this. He wanted the trash cans to be banged on. And Brian McCann, he was 33 years old at the time. Brian McCann is known for being a guy that follows all the rules, and he is a baseball purist. If you guys don't think so, this was him reacting to Carlos Gomez bat flipping.
Well, maybe you remember this. Go back to late September. Oh, Rock, you were there. You saw it. Carlos Gomez with his first hitting home run down in Atlanta. And then this was Brian McCann, then the Braves catcher.
So I find it hard to believe that Carlos Beltran steamrolled through everyone. 33-year-old Brian McCann, who is a baseball purist, AJ Hinch, the manager, who is pretty respected both as a former player and as an up-and-coming manager. He was really good out the gate with the Astros, so I'm not sure if he just felt like he didn't want to step on any toes. And the biggest story from this is the fact that because Carlos Beltran was like 37 years old, he was on a quest to win a World Series. I don't think that he wanted to be stopped. And you have young players on the Astros who are not going to step up and say, Beltran, that's wrong, you can't do that. I think Brian McCann and AJ Hinch were really all they had for a first line of defense, and he just plowed straight through them and just decided to go with it anyway. So it took 2 broken monitors, a Brian McCann argument for Carlos Beltran to say, I don't care about any of that. I'm still going to do what makes us win. And that's exactly what happened. 2017, the Houston Astros won the World Series. Marwin Gonzalez just came out and said, I don't know if we would have won that World Series without the cheating. So that's pretty much the entire Astros saga in a nutshell. Now, maybe there's going to be some more information that is unearthed, but at this point, that kind of puts the bow on it. There's a leader of it. Carlos Beltran was the guy that steamrolled through everyone. 2 broken monitors from AJ Hinch. A Brian McCann intervention. He didn't care. He wanted that chip more than anything. Because honestly, I think that maybe he wanted to get rid of that strikeout that he had against Adam Wainwright. I don't know if that's a very valid excuse, but I think he wanted that World Series more than anything, and he wasn't going to be stopped. So, yeah. There's that. Trevor Bauer went off, absolutely smoked Robert Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, yesterday. I am almost certain that he is going to get fined for this. Now, he did come out and he didn't really retract his statements on Twitter today, but he does have a different tone. He's more understanding of what Robert Manfred is trying to do, because from a marketing standpoint, everyone is talking about baseball right now, which is always a good thing. It's not a set in stone rule, so he's understanding of that, but he just doesn't like the fact that the game is trying to be changed. So let's go ahead and see what he had to say. I'm going to be talking with him soon, so make sure you guys are subscribed. It's going to be a great time on the channel for the next month or so. But Bauer, he did not hold back anything.
God forbid someone's ace pitches 4 days before the end of the regular season and then has 10 days in between starts. Being on a routine is so important in baseball. We play for 6 months. These are just some things that come off the top of my head. The first time I read through the proposal, I haven't even had time to think about this.
So we talked about Garrett Cole in his first bullpen session with the Yankees. Gary Sanchez is calling out Jose Altuve. Carlos Beltran is the kingpin of the whole sign stealing situation. Now, To be honest with you guys, because of what I explained with the whole Brian McCann and AJ Hinch not stopping it, he almost seems like a fall guy, but that just, again, I'm a very big optimist. I like seeing the good in people, but I don't think I can in this instance with Carlos Beltran. And then we just saw Trevor Bauer go off. The last little stories that we have today, we have 4 brand new signings. The Red Sox are getting Kevin Pillar, so he's going to try and replace what Mookie Betts did. They also have Verdugo, Andrew Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr., so kind of a crowded outfield now. The Pirates get Gerard Dyson. The Tigers are getting back Cameron Maybin. If you guys don't remember, he did play with them a while back. He was actually traded for Miguel Cabrera back in the day. I think the Tigers won that trade. And then the Mariners are getting Carlos Gonzalez on a minor league contract. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Leave a like if you are pumped up and ready for baseball. Again, guys, we are on the road to 200,000 subscribers. Use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek if you're going to any spring training games. Save $20 off, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.